The squeeze is in more ways than one. My associate is away this week, so today I had a conference dealing with issues in the family court. I then had a guardianship motion calendar, and then this afternoon I had a conference on a guardianship. Like there's the interplay, guardianship and divorce. We were scheduled for a hearing in that particular conference. The conference resulted in a hearing date scheduled in early January. This is December. How are we being squeezed? Well, besides my schedule being squeezed today because I was covering some things for the office and not just the work that I do individually as an attorney. So I don't want to reveal too much. The opposing side in a divorce matter is looking to have a property sold to the marital resident. Now, you may remember I've spoken about this case, and I have a few that have a similar fact pattern. Divorce was started. This is the scenario. A divorce had commenced. Someone in that case, judge or counsel, litigant, someone identified that a guardianship was necessary. One of the litigants, it was alleged, didn't have capacity to handle some aspect of the divorce. An adult Article 81 guardianship is brought when someone alleges that that person might be a danger to themselves or others, or doesn't have an appreciation for certain actions or lack of action. So not in this case, but let's say a person couldn't pay rent or didn't pay rent, or they weren't able to pay rent. They had the money to pay rent. They just didn't affirmatively write a check and pay the rent. So maybe they didn't have an appreciation of that failure to act. Someone has to come in and take some effort on their part. Now, in that case, a guardianship was commenced. I was appointed the special guardian for the divorce. So I'm holding the divorce at bay on behalf of my client, the intervening guardianship action trucking along. Now that's scheduled for a hearing. The hearing as to whether or not my person has capacity will go forward, and that will inform, perhaps to an extent, what occurs in the divorce. I had visions of the Home Alone scene, right? Does he squeeze his head like this? Squeeze. Just squeezes in. Just squeezes in. The squeeze is on. The squeeze is, that reminds me of a song. I'll have to look that up. If you need me, Frank Bruno Law.com.